Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. We got Colin the Mace back, Mason token for anyone on the inside who knows what we're talking about there. Colin, you're in the community a lot. You're talking with our members a lot. 700, pretty much around 700 members, and everyone is freaking killing it, or at least those who are applying what they're learning are killing it. One of the fastest growing crypto groups yet. The level of member in there is just ridiculous. What is the biggest mistake you're seeing when it comes to people doing this yield farming, liquidity pool, trying to make money in crypto? Maybe like one or two of the biggest mistakes, because you see these patterns. We've served over 1,000 members by now. We see these patterns.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. First off, I want to highlight something that's important, and that's taking action, right? There's a lot of education. There's a lot of learning to do, mastering the skills, but taking action is the most important thing we do, or we kind of preach that we want people to do. And let me tell you, the UIG members, they crush it in terms of taking action.
You have those practice pools, which is a good idea.
The practice pools, it's all about practice, just getting the reps in, understanding the mechanics of how these things work. The biggest mistake, though, Lucas, that I see is they're in a liquidity pool. And now, what's the strategy once I'm in? Not having that clarity of what do I need to do when this thing goes out of range on this side? What am I going to do if it goes out of range on this side? What am I going to do with the rewards that I'm earning? And so a lot of the times I get, it's actually great. I love doing this in the mornings. I'll hop in the community and I'll read a lot of portfolios, right? People post their portfolios. Hey, can you give me some feedback on this? Give me some insights. And I say, wow, this is actually great. This is all really great. Then I'll say, what are you doing with your profits? I'm not really clear on that yet. I'm like, great. And so that's the biggest mistake I see is not, clarity on getting in is great, right? We have a full, and I'm sure Lucas, you've shared a video on this.
Yep.
Yeah. Step one, we have a great criteria of how do I enter liquidity
pools. 7 rules. I will post
7 rules
here. 7 rules of entering a liquidity pool.
It's a master framework of if you can really understand and implement that, you'll be well on your way on entry. But now once you're in the liquidity pool, what's the strategy? What are you doing with the profits? Or again, if you go out of range, if we're in concentrated liquidity pools and you see one of those assets move to the upside quickly or move to the downside quickly, you have to have a plan or a strategy with what are you doing with that position if this happens, if that happens. Because the biggest mistake I see is
people getting
reactive. I don't want to say panic. I don't want to say be reactivity.
Reactivity.
Oh my God, I'm out of range. What do I do, Colin? What do I do? And I'm like, this is good. Breathe. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
What happened?
You ain't getting rugged. You can't lose all your money. Just remember
Link went up in value. Okay. And what happens now? Well, now I'm fully converted into USDC. Got it. Right. So let's break down. Let's understand what's actually happening. Yeah, you're not rugged. Everything's fine. But moving forward with your other pools or with your future pools, let's have a plan in place of I'm going to snuggle it this way, or I'm going to exit if this happens. Just that's it. I think it's the biggest mistake. It's a small one, but having that clarity will allow you to move through your investments and have control. And I preach this as much as I can. Having control and having a plan removes that emotional reaction. It removes that emotional jolt of, oh my God, right? What do I do now? And if you can approach that and have that strategy, it just calms you down. And then when it happens, you just execute it just like you planned. And that's how we,
you mentioned it's a small mistake, but I do think it's a costly mistake because a lot of people in this game are constantly reactive and they're almost like getting lucky at times and making some money and then getting unlucky at other times. And I'm like, luck cannot be your strategy here. You've got to have a plan. If this happens, then that. If this happens and that, even people's bull run portfolios. I was interviewing a David Fast Track client. And he's like, he rode the last bull run up to a huge portfolio and then rode it all the way back down and never even had a ladder out plan. He was just emotionally reacting to what the market was doing. So even skilled people do this. I just want to have it on paper and I want to have a plan for my every position, every coin, every token. And now when that happens, I'm not getting greedy, which is what wrecks people. They get too greedy or they get super fearful and then make really dumb decisions. It's like, I just got a plan. And you're going to lose sometimes. And that's okay. It's like already in the plan. Like you're not always going to kill it. I don't know if that exists unless you're like a genius. I'm sure Warren Buffett has striked out 1,000 times as well. So Colin, super, super good. And I don't think it's a small mistake. I think it's a big mistake. Getting in is easy. What do you do after you're in and you just have a plan for every market condition and your TA before? Like join the TA calls in the UIG and just work out your TA. I think people set too tight ranges because they're greedy, and then they're out of range all the time. And it's like the slow and steady turtle seems to win the race when it comes to this stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be my biggest mistake. Number two is just it's almost
Yeah.
chasing the
Yeah.
really high APRs and bouncing from pool to pool and dex to dex and constantly bridging assets from one chain to another, chasing that high APR of I have to get the 1% per day.
Yep.
And again, it's a philosophy that I have. So you take it with
Yep.
as you will. But I just prefer wider ranges, things that I'm in for weeks and months at a time, where I go, all good, right? Like I'm still in range. I'm
Exactly.
still earning fees. It may be lower than if I tightened it up a little bit, but for me, that's the trade-off that I
Yep.
get to sleep at night and wake
Yep.
up and still have. Oh, I want to give credit where credit's due. Chad, he's a fast track member. Chad's very smart, but he used a metaphor and he said, "I want all of my pools. I consider my pools like my employees." And I want all my employees showing up to work for me. And what's great about DeFi, Lucas, is it's 24/7,
Yep.
right? We're earning fees from people swapping assets back and forth. So assets are being
24/7.
swapped 24/7. And so
Yep.
when we're in range, those employees are earning rewards. They're working for us. And
Yep.
so when you set really tight ranges, you'll start to see a lot of your employees stop showing up for work here and there,
Yep.
right? And that's if they're working really hard for
The
2 hours
karma.
and then they take 22 hours off,
Totally.
that's not going to be the most sustainable approach. So anyways, that's
Love
one
it.
and two in terms of biggest mistakes that I see.
Guys, if you got questions for Colin, do leave them in the comments below. We are going to start answering questions from the comments. And so in the very near future here, we can even bring up your questions and answers them. So take advantage of that when it comes to yield farming, crypto, DeFi, bull run portfolios, staking, liquid staking, different protocols, projects, chains. We can go as deep as you want. Technical analysis, we can bring David in. So expect a lot of that content on YouTube. So do use the comments, take advantage of it. You're also automatically entered into our giveaways. So do use the comments. And with that said, Colin, thank you for your time. We are going to put some videos up here for your educational and viewing pleasures all around crypto, DeFi, and mindset. That's a big part of it. Like that would be like the biggest mistake I see people make is they get in and they're just like still thinking like 9 to 5 poor people. And I say that with respect, but then the actions we take are very reactive and save. So do check some of the videos out there. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And with that said, we'll see you soon.